A few years ago, I had a small moment that made a substantial impact on my life. I went to Hawaii with my girlfriend at the time, and she had gotten these tickets to Hawaii from her grandparents for a graduation present. So it was essentially a free ride. And so we only had a few days to be there. So we decided to make a bit of an itinerary and kind of agree on some things that we wanted to do. And we were basically on the same page with everything, with the exception of one thing, and that was ziplining. Um, I pretended to be interested, but I really wasn't. And so I kind of forgot about it, and then we were 2 or 3 days into our trip, and that's when we were scheduled to go on the ziplining tour. And that was a moment when a lot of anxiety hit. Um, I remember the drive there, and I remember we had to take like an off-road vehicle to get up to a mountain. I just remember the anticipation, and I was starting to get nervous. And then I remember they started to give us a tutorial and start to um, break down all the safety features and what we were doing and how to do it. And I remember not being too thrilled about it. But I figured it'd be like a roller coaster, how you have that bit of anxiety when it's the first time you've done it, and once the machine gets going, you completely turn around. I was in that case. I remember going on the first trial and the second trial and not liking it. It's just, I was not having a good time. And I was at the third one, and I remember while the employee was suiting me up, he told me a saying. He said, "Fear of death is no life at all." And in that moment, I had a bit of insight, and I kind of snapped into a better mood, and I ended up enjoying the rest of the trip, the rest of the ziplining trip. And although this wasn't necessarily something that turned me into a person who is a thrill seeker, it really helped me change my perspective on life itself. It taught me to stop sweating the small stuff, to stop worrying about every little detail in life, and to make the best of it and stop worrying about the constant risks. It really helped me in my interactions with others. It even helped me with coping with roles I was born into and even roles that I assumed. It really helped me in terms of growing socially. It helped me make more connections and open up to people. It reminded me to stop worrying about the risk and to just open up and talk to people and get to meet people. And because of that, it opened my Johari window. I was able to open up to people, which is such an amazing experience in the right circumstance. It helped me create friendships that I would say pushed into the level two of self disclosure, and it even gave me an amazing relationship that I would say we even have pushed into the boundaries of level one of disclosure. It even helps me with the roles that I was born into. Um, my father's side of the family is entirely Jewish, and when I was younger, I used to be embarrassed because I would get made fun of a lot for being Jewish. Even though I've never practiced, I still was made fun of it for my last name, for my family, and now I don't care. I'm very, very proud of my Jewish heritage. Although I don't practice, I'm still very proud of it. I even think about the roles that I've assumed. One of the biggest ones is my current profession of waiting tables. It really, really forces you to get out of your shell. And one of the things that I would constantly worry about is the way that I would be treated or an experience that I would have with customers. But, now I remember to make the best of it, to stop worrying about the worst thing. Most importantly, this simple exchange I had with a person just reminded me to stop worrying about those little things in life and to enjoy it for what it is. Life is better when you're making the best of it. It's been amazing hearing all of your stories. I hope everyone's being safe out there. Bye bye.